Greetings, back with another video. This video is an observation about the interview with debate with Billy Carson and Wesley Huffs or whatever his name is, Wes Huff. Let me get into it. So my observation, first of all, the interview was not 3 hours long. The debate was not 3 hours long. It was like maybe around an hour and 50 minutes. Around maybe less. Because Billy walked out because I guess he was frustrated. I could tell he was frustrated. Because Huff, or whatever his name is, came out and he was ready to attack. I don't know if it was him against Billy, because Billy wasn't like into Jesus like that. But I do agree with what Billy was saying when he was talking about the Christ consciousness, because Jesus Christ is not coming back, or there's no actual factual proof that Jesus Christ is real. There's no facts. There's no facts proving that Jesus Christ is real. It's actually there's no actual factual proof that Christ is real, only but scripture. And the historian Huff, or whatever his name is, he's going by other researchers, historians' work, and he's believing that. He's believing in other historians' work, and that's cool, but it might not be correct as well. And I question that. And there's no way he agreed a lot of times with Billy Carson. I think Billy Carson was just frustrated because this guy was basically talking about the same thing during the whole interview, and Billy wanted to jump around and talk about other things. That's what I think Billy was frustrated on. I believe a lot of the people who thought like Billy lost the debate. Let me say this: a debate doesn't mean shit. A debate is a debate. It still doesn't prove the fact that Jesus Christ is real. Basically, that's what Billy was talking about in an interview. And a lot of the followers were Christian. And I don't know if they had something against Billy, that because Billy was like, he's not into Christianity like that, but he does study it. You know, he does study it, but I guess he wasn't as accurate as the other guy, because the other guy, he grew up in a religious background, and you know, he studied a lot of many different religious beliefs, and that's cool. But at the same time, Billy did have some good points of certain things, but I think that he was just frustrated with the guy, because the guy, he was out to attack Billy. And on top of that, the moderator kept jumping into the conversation when they were going at it. He kept talking about, oh, Jesus Christ is all about love and healing, but the other God in the Old Testament, he's about destruction and chaos and stuff like that. He is nothing like Jesus Christ. He cut in multiple times, and that's the most thing about the whole interview that I was annoyed about. I was annoyed that the other guy, the moderator, he kept jumping in a conversation between the debate, and he kept saying, oh yes, my point of view, and Jesus Christ is love, and it's all about love, and he's not about judging, and he's all about forgiveness and healing. And you know, I mean, it's a debate. It was a debate. You set up the debate, so like why did you keep jumping into it? I mean, he messed it up, to be honest with you. It could have been a really good one. On top of that, he kept cutting in between Wes and Billy. And Wes did agree with Billy Carson. I don't agree with Billy Carson on everything, but I believe a lot of people that called out Billy Carson were just Christians and people who follow Christ. I don't know if they had something against him, but that's from what I was feeling, mostly because a lot of times, you know, I did have a suspicion when I listened to his prior videos before that maybe he didn't like Christianity like that, but it's okay. But I felt that there was like some type of, I don't know if it was something attack on him or something like that. But Billy Carson was not being himself. He was, I don't know if he had something else on his mind or something like that, but I don't think he was having it, because I could tell in the interview that he was really frustrated with the guy. And the other guy, you know, I give credit to. He's good. He's really good. He's a historian, but still, I mean, stuff back then could have been wrong too. Doesn't always have, stuff back then could have been wrong too. Historians could have been wrong back then too. Could have made mistakes back then too. So if you are disappointed with Billy Carson, I'm gonna say this: you're an idiot if you believe everything somebody says without doing your own research. And I'm not sitting there saying you're an idiot for not supporting him. I'm saying you're an idiot for being disappointed because he maybe got something wrong, which he got the name of the book wrong in the first 25 minutes of the interview. But Wes did not say, oh, did you read the book? I mean, he didn't question him on what was in the book. Maybe whoever did the book or something like that, maybe he got the pronunciation of the book wrong or something like that. And maybe he did read the book, but it wasn't questioned during the interview. So, I mean, that's it. I mean, it's all hype. It was all hype. I think a lot of these people who hyped it up were a lot of Christian believers, followers in Christ. And, I mean, you know, you win, you lose. I'm not saying after what happened, but I'm just talking about the interview. He wasn't having a bad day. He was having a bad day with this guy. And I mean, it is what it is, Billy. You win, you lose. And the debate didn't mean shit. It still doesn't prove the fact that the Messiah is real. It still doesn't. The Bible is just the Bible. And Billy was talking about some real stuff, like how, like, you know, they came into, they used the Bible to enslave people and stuff like that. And Wes was talking about how, like, you know, slavery meant something different in other areas. And it's probably true. I agree with that. You know, someone's slavery is different than others, you know. But it still doesn't prove the book. The book is still used to manipulate people, still to this day. A lot of people are using that book in cults. A lot of people are using that book to just control people. Like, look at all these pastors with all this money. They sit there and they got millions of dollars, millions of followers, and that book is, I have nothing against the book, but at the same time, that book is used for a lot of manipulation too. And I do believe that there's a lot of narcissistic people in the Christian community. And they said Billy Carson is a narcissist, but it is what it is. I mean, he has something, I think maybe he has something against Christianity, but at the same time, he did his research. He studied things out the Bible, and, you know, I mean, maybe he got something wrong, you know, I mean, nobody's perfect. But at the same time, if you're going to sit there and be upset with him for not being correct, I mean, you're an idiot because of the fact that you don't do your own research. Even with the other guy, too. The other guy might not be correct, too. I mean, he could be wrong. I mean, just because someone's speaking so intelligent and so smart doesn't mean they're right. I prefer you to do your own research. The best thing you could do is do your own research, then make judgment. I'm not judging either of the two. I'm not a fan of Billy like that, but I do listen to some of his videos. And the other guy, I mean, I don't really know who he is, but he seems like he's in that Christian life, that Christian field. I mean, if I want to learn something from Christianity. But I felt like a lot of followers from me reading the comments were Christian followers, and they were supporting him because he was Christian. And it was all about, you know, Christianity. And the moderator kept cutting in, talking about how Jesus Christ is the healer, the love, and everything like that. I mean, if it was a debate, it was a partially debate. The guy kept cutting in multiple times. So, I mean, my opinion about it is, Billy, it would be nice to see like a round two. I would like to see them actually go for another go at it. I doubt it will happen, but you know, Billy can always improve. You know, there's always improvement, and people can change. I mean, he's only human. We make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. You know, no one's perfect. You know, and historians get shit wrong too. Nobody's perfect. So, I mean, that's really it. I mean, I might not even be 100% correct in this video, but I feel that it was some type of like attack on him with Christianity. I felt like he was into the conversation, but he wasn't into like Christianity like that. He wanted to just, I could tell like Billy wanted to talk about many other things. That's why he kept like talking about Inky and Ill, and you know, he kept switching it up, talking about other things. I think his summary was kind of a little goofy, but I mean, it is what it is. I feel like he did the summary because he was trying to change, like, he was just trying to change up and talk about other things, but mostly the whole interview is about Christianity. And I'm pretty sure Billy was frustrated with that, and he didn't want to spend 2 hours talking about Christianity. But it is what it is. I'm not on a man's side. I'm just saying, like, debates don't mean nothing. It's a learning process, you know. Hopefully, you know, he overcomes whatever happened and becomes a better version of himself, you know, because there's times we can't improve as individuals. And there's a lot of people that was out to get him in his interview, like multiple interviews I've seen, that they were like attacking him because, oh, he lost. It was a 3-hour debate. No, it was like an hour and something. It was an hour and something. It's not that long. I didn't watch it all the way through, but I listened to it riding around. So yeah, I mean, It happens. It happens. You know, everybody has their own different opinion about the Bible. Everybody has their own different opinion. There's many versions out there. It been tampered with thousands of times. So I mean, what can you do? What can you do?